Hey guys, it's Jovi and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to talk about this beef going on with Drake and Joe Buttons. Both in my opinion are king of the incels, but the incel is incelling. All right. So before we get into this altercation, Drake apparently is out here, shaming all rappers, but don't comprehend how he's shaming all rappers, being sassy Drake. Joe Budden is out here pulling a Joe Budden. Listen, it is getting hot. It is getting saucy. All right, so we're going to go and see what's going on, and I will tell you my opinions. Now, before we do, don't forget to like this video. Like it now, because you're going to forget to like it later. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and follow me on my other social media platforms. I'm Jovi Beauty. I'm Jovi Beauty on all platforms. Please follow, please subscribe. And now let's get into this foolishness. Okay, guys, so let's jump into the controversy. Okay, so first, Ebro, says 99% of rappers are failures by Drake's standard if Joe Budden is. This is what Ebro said. Okay, listen, a whole bunch of sassy ass men being sassy. But let's see who's the sassiest of them all, child. Let's continue. We're gonna hear what We're going to hear what Joe Budden has said, and then I'm going to read you what the Mr. Champagne Poppy said in response. Okay? All right.
Mr. Drake that was rapping for the rappers. I missed the Drake that when he dropped, the rappers hit him. Not these little fucking kids. I don't give a fuck about you and Kai Cenat. That's going to sound like hate.
It is.
It's not hate.
It's not hate.
It is.
It's not hate.
Go find some niggas your fucking age. Hang out with them. Get some of that sauce.
That's not what keeps you. That's not what keeps you popping.
Fuck these kids.
That's not what keep you popping. And if that's the game he playing, I gotta play this game.
All the older niggas streaming music and buying it, Joe. No.
So Joe Budden started out. I'm gonna pause. Don't want to get copyrighted. Joe starting out saying that. He's saying about Drake what a lot of people have been saying about Drake, what I think about Drake, what a lot of people saying about people like Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, you keep getting older, but the people around you stay the same age. Okay, listen, let's continue.
Dog, all that shit y'all saying for me applies to the field. I have long before called this nigga the golden child. Different set of rules apply.
Correct.
He's him. He is not one of them that y'all telling me about. I don't hold him there.
So he's giving him his props. He's saying you don't have to be geeked out every time you go and see these basketball players. You don't have to be chilling with a bunch of young niggas to make you still feel like you young. But you know how them incels be incelling, child.
Dog, this album is going to be the most streamed album in Spotify history. Why?
When you that,
even if it ain't good.
When you that type of, I missed the Drake that was rapping.
Listen, he went on to say, don't be hanging out with these little 25-year-olds. Stop dating 25-year-old women. Basically, little Joe Budden was saying, and Joe Budden have shit with himself, okay? But a broken clock could be wrong. Could be right twice a day, right? Joe Budden was saying you are not growing as a person or a human being when no one else around you is growing or maturing, right? It's like those people who say, I'm going to read what Drake said in response, but it's like those people who say they date little girls because their maturity is so low, like the men who date little girls, like Leonardo DiCaprio, right? Like your maturity, no shade, just tea, have to be really low to be able to be like, I click with a 20-year-old. How the fuck are you 40, whatever, and you clicking with a 20-year-old? That's saying something about your your mentality, right? And it's like, if you're still stuck in this place, you know, because like I personally feel like Drake is stuck. Like he's stuck. He's supposed to be the champagne poppy, but he's not maturing as a human being, right? He's still throwing shots at Rihanna. I've been seeing videos all this weekend talking about this new album. Drake is still throwing shots at Rihanna. Rihanna is allegedly married with 2 freaking kids. Not thinking about you, but you throwing shots at Rihanna. You still throwing shots with Hot in Your Hand and Meg Thee Stallion. You are supposed to be a grown ass man. And like the grown ass man of it all is stunted. That's what I got from what he was saying. So now let's go back to Drake's response. Drake says, Joe Budden, you have failed at music. Listen, this got he was talking about you as a man, but okay. Distract much. Cool. Drake said, Joe Budden, you failed at music. You left it behind to do what you are doing in this clip because this is what actually pays your bills. For any artist watching this, just remember you are watching a failure give their opinion on his idea of a recipe for success. A quitter gives their opinion on how to achieve longevity. You switched careers because the things that popped into your head had you broke living check to check from the rap you write. Had 450 men showing up to your show in dusty what's that called? Nice jeans. I forgot what you call them shits. To screw up their face in mood music 29 and pretend you are the GOAT. Please, to any artist that's doing what you feel is right, don't let these opinions affect your mindset after the fact. This guy is the poster child of frustration and surrendering. You retired and we never hung up your jersey. We don't even remember your number. We know you were doing this. You withdrew from the rap, not because you accomplished all you needed to, because it wasn't working for you. I never want anyone in the generations to think that everybody's entitled to your opinion is a real thing. This is a man projecting his own self-hate and the fact I did and continue to do everything he wanted to do for himself. If you need it, put it in simpler terms. I own a 767. He owns a modest house in the 973 and flies first class on special occasions. So, Ebro wrote, okay, because this is real rap, are 90% of rappers failures by Drake standards if Joe Budden is. Because the reality is that a lot of these guys can't even fly first class. That's why they scamming, okay? That's why they scamming. That's why they doing all these things. Joe Budden was able, even though, you know, he got his shit with him, you know, TK on Rage with him right now. He got his shit with him. He was able to turn what he was always good at, talking shit, into a lucrative profession, okay? And no shade, just tea. I don't know if Drake can really say, you could have a 757 and have nothing else that's real. We're running around being grown with hair clips, with painted nails, and I guess we're running around still angry at women, that every woman who dubbed us because the sense of entitlement, because he feels like he's a billionaire or whatever, the sense of entitlement is real. But where is the real in any of that shit? You're telling us, and I hear you, oh, he's a failure because he failed at rapping. No shade, no tea. A lot of people switch up careers and change careers. He's not talking about that. He was asking why, in real terms, and I'm asking this too, to a lot of men. How do you consider yourself growing, maturing, evolving in this world? If you are continuing to stay with the same sort of people who have the same mindset, because while the other people you knew before have grown and matured and moved on, you probably don't fuck with them. Now you fucking with a bunch of new, younger dudes who you know more than, who can't really put you anywhere or tell you anything. Right? When you're the smartest when you are the smartest person in the room, you are taking a whole L. When you are the smartest person in the room, you throwing shots at Rihanna looking like a fool, and everybody else is acting like it makes sense because they're still immature and don't comprehend that shit is corny. My opinion, I'm sticking to it. I believe that they all king of the fucking incels to different degrees. I believe that Drake has, Drake's success, the success that he has went to his freaking head, and he's not seeing the cart before the horse. He's not even understanding why these women, like y'all talking about, why Rihanna don't want to have a baby with Drake, or why Nicki didn't want to get with Drake, or why this one don't, why this one don't want to mess with him. He out here unfollowing Ice Spices because she dubbed them. Like, come on. The maturity is on not. He's still little Jimmy from Degrassi. The mind is still that of little Jimmy from Degrassi. I said what I said. My opinion, I'm sticking to it.